Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. Off we go from Glendale. Now an opening past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, and they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
Now the holder of the state rushing record as a prep here in Arizona, it's Bijan Robinson.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Cousins now on second down. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Atlanta.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Falcons.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Pitts is the man in motion. Cousins now to throw on first down. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Open man, he's got it. It's London. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. The Gonzalez kick is good. And the Falcons are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. to return. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. They're going to be led out by their veteran signal caller out of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
It's just so nice to have a veteran like this on your roster that you know might not get a ton of reps in practice, might not get a ton of reps in the preseason, but when you need to turn to him, he's there and he's ready. They've been a starter in this league. They've had success. He knows how to manage a huddle. He knows how to read defenses. He does all the intangibles that you need to turn to when your team needs a settling force at quarterback. To have one of these guys, man, what a weapon.
This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receivers say, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
It's going to be third. They need one. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
They'll go play action here with Brissett. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They get 14 on that hookup. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
That is caught out wide on the RPO.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Now DeMarcado. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. That's David Onyemata in there for the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Brissett. Forced out left. He'll run again. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
That's another Cardinals first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And you'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. That's David Onyemata in there for the tackle.
David Onyemata brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
from the 21. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Brissett. That one caught by Wilson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Gain of 9 yards.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Off he goes, and he will get into the end zone. Jacoby Brissett, touchdown Cardinals. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Cardinals move out to a 7-3 lead.
Falcons 3.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd down, Cousins. That's to Mooney, complete right side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
4. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. To throw is Cousins. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6. As they convert on 3rd down.
First down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Now, Cousins. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Cards offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action, and here's Brissett. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We're set to throw on 2nd down. The open man is Wilson, and they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's an Arizona 1st down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there,
he's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun is Brissett. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Brissett. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
On 4th down, it's Matt Hawk to punt. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We are through one. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line as we are ready to get back underway. Now Robinson. Crazy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. Smart decision there on first and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision-making here. Brings up second and goal.
Now, Cousins. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's in! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. He's got it, and the Falcons are on top. It's now 10-7.
Falcons 10, Cardinals 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. The run, it's DiMercado. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He was brought down at the 26. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now Brissett will set up the screen to DeMarcado.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. A 1st down throw for Cousins. To the outside. Catch made by London. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. London brought in motion. Cousins now on 2nd down. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 28.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Now Cousins on the bootleg. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Cousins. And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This from 45 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, DeMarcado up the sideline, past midfield. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them align. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
To throw, it's Brissett on 1st and 10. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Quick throw, taken in. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To number 89. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down, 3 to go. Brissett gonna throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
13 yards.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Left side in the hands of London. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. To the right. That's Pitts. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
12 yards.
They get 12 yards on that pass. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
2nd down and 3. They'll go again with Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
What an unbelievable performance by this pass rush to start this game. And then on the flip side of things, I'm not sure if things could get any worse for this offensive line. I mean, they've got to figure something out, and they've got to do it in a hurry because they are completely outmatched right now at the moment.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This one from 52 yards away. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start out first down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. He'll look for and find DeMercado out of the backfield. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. A short one here, caught by McBride. Now timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Brissett. No chance at all. He'll go down. Divine Diablo in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
These are the type of negative plays that you just can't allow to happen, especially when you find yourself trailing. They continue to lose chunks of yards on these sacks, and they want to claw themselves out of this hole. They're going to have to protect the quarterback.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That's Harrison in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. That covered 73 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
That one, taken in. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Now Ryland for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals have taken the lead by a point here in the third.
17. Falcons 16.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Agnew on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29. Here's 2nd down and 4. They go play action with Cousins. For the left side, he gets back to Mooney. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing his Cousins. That one taken in by London. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Mooney in motion. Play action now. It's Cousins. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's 3rd and 2. Cousins now. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Open man, left side, he's got it. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. The quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play.
At the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, they need 3. Pitts is the man in motion. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Now, Cousins. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, Falcons.
So Cousins and the Falcons now going to go for 2 here.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Cousins going to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Cardinals 17.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable, it's DeMercado. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense and receiver Michael Wilson headed back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. It's a throw, and it's Higgins. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and the first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Now a toss play, running left. And I don't think he got there, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with, how well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
3rd and a yard. It's Brissett. In trouble, and down he goes.
And I understand the initial reaction, 3rd and short, Mike. Everyone says just run and get the first down. I don't mind throwing the ball, but if you do, that ball has to come out.
So, on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals will cut the lead down to 4.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Carter on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Slot man gonna move in motion left. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Quick throw on the RPO, and he gets it to Mooney. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll go with the sneak, and he is going to have that Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. But the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And that's not going to do it. They'll get about 3, but it's 4th and long coming up.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
The Falcons send their punting unit out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Cardinals offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here is Brissett. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. It's 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Brissett's pass, complete to number 14, Michael Wilson. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun is Brissett. That's caught by Harrison right side. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
That's good for a Cardinals.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Brissett gonna throw again. Go right back to Harrison. He's got him again. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
RPO quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing again, Brissett. Open man, right side. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
14, Michael Wilson. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll pitch it out here. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Floyd brought him down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
It's the quarterback with the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
On 2nd down, it's Brissett. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter. So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Agnew on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Pitts is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, Cousins. To the outside. Catch made by London. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 1. They try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down the sideline, past the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Atlanta.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, here's a run by Algier.
I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, 4th down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
So here is Zane Gonzalez in a pressure situation. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. On 1st down, Brissett. There's that man again. Another catch. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
at the 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now DeMarcado. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. Yeah, so you can see the screenplay. The timing was just out of whack from the jump. So the key is, Mike, the running back has to stay in phase with his offensive line. If one of them gets out too fast or too slow, the back and the blocking don't marry up, and you see that's why he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Cardinals lining up for a punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. The hole closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Pitts is the man in motion. Cousins now on 2nd down. That's to Pitts. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Cardinals have got it. Into space. Inside the 40. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Here now, second down and goal. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Gonzalez now for the point out.
Extra point.
He knocks it through. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Cardinals 23.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it.
Tag dog.
They'll run. It's DeMarcado. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
That's good.
23 yards on that pass play. It's an Arizona first down.
47-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Another try, 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores, and it's 1st and 10. He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. A throw on the move is caught.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now it's Brissett. He'll step up and run this. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Brissett gonna throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
It's a loss of 1.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
2nd down, goal to go. Throw it, Brissett. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. That's Harrison in motion. 3rd and goal. Brissett. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
So a big play coming here for the Cardinals, who will go for 2.
The Cardinals will
Brissett
for the 2-point conversion.
And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.